Hi everyone, my name is Ibrahim Abdullahi. Today I'm doing a presentation on developing computer games. My topic of the day is describing different types of computer games. My first slide of the day is role-playing games. Role-playing games is a game whereby someone is assigned the role or responsibility of a character, generally in a fantasy or social fiction setting. That can be interpreted within the game. Imaginary world. Actions are taken within the game, succeed or fail according to the rules of the game. My next bullet point is sport game. Sport game are games which are played individually or in a team. Activities involving physical activities and skills. Description: sport helps adults and kids to develop physical skills. My next slide is combat game. Combat game is a video game where two or more people engage in a close battle or combat with others or their opponents. My other bullet point is adventure game. Adventure game is a game where the player are assigned the role of protagonist in an activity story by exploration and solving instead of physical combat. My next slide is educational game. Educational game are game designed to teach people about things like how to read, write, and present things. Mostly educational games are really important and they are good for kids. These upgoing kids, it helps them on how to read, on how to write, and on how to present, on how to say words. My next bullet point is action game. Action game are video games that contain physical challenge like combat, shooting, fighting, and killing. It's just about like just fighting till you survive till the end of the game. That's about action game. My next slide is simulation game. It's a game that attempts the replication of various activities in real life in form of a game for various purposes. Usually in this game all you do is to run around playing the game, just talking, chatting, and trying to get to the end. It's just about just running around and having fun. Next bullet point is online game. Online game is a game played over some form of computer network. It's a game that can be played from an internet browser. Online game are freeware programs that can be used from an unlimited time and are available for free. Online game simply means as long as you have internet on your phone, on your PC, on your laptop, or you have a network on your computer, I mean you can play freely or you can download the software on your computer. My next slide is a real-time strategy game. Real-time strategy game is a game where a player will control a large number of soldiers called units. Also, the game allows you to complete against other players, compete other players over the interest or with the computer. It's a game that you can play with other players on the game or you can play with the computer. My other game is strategy game or strategic game. It's a computer game or board game in which the player uncovers things like how to win the other players by creating or setting a trap for them. This game requires high level of skills. This kind of game requires high level of skills, thinking, because your opponent or your enemy, they set like a lot of traps everywhere and you don't want to step on it, and when you step on it either you get killed or you get injured or you get shot. My next slide is puzzle video games. Puzzle video games are games that require puzzle solving. This kind of game is about solving different problems, and it requires skills, knowledge. This includes labyrinth and word complication. It's a kind of puzzle, it's a kind of game that requires completing words to open a gate, or completing words to do something different, or trying to create a strategy or solve a puzzle that will allow you to get into a different stage from one stage to another. My next bullet point is a platform game. It's a video game characterized that requires the player to jump from one place to another, collecting things like stars, energy posts, life, and things that will make them stay alive. So my next slide is a strength shooter game. Strength shooter game is a game that requires strength, shooting, and killing, same time rewarding the player for overcoming their enemies. And my next bullet point is first person shooter. First person shooter. First person shooter is a game where the player engage in a battle with different enemies by shooting and bombing them, and the player experience the action through the eyes of a protagonist. Protagonist is when the player have to experience the action through their eyes, not like physical seeing the full body. Seeing the full body when playing the game, they have to see everything through their eyes. And my next slide is a massive multiplayer online game. Massive multiplayer online game is a game which can be played by hundreds or thousands of players, and they are played on the internet. This kind of game, you can be assigned to do some things or to resolve things. This kind of game requires skills as well, and it's like puzzle, but it's not puzzle like solving things, or you can be assigned to build or discover things, something like that. It requires knowledge and skills. And that comes to the end of my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you.